Okay, in this last section, we're going to look at non-linear infographics. That is, infographics of different types. I'm going to show you a whole bunch of different things to experiment with, and there is quite a lot of this to get through, that do not sit in a video format. And they're very useful for telling your stories in different ways and for embedding onto a multimedia digital page like the one I've got here. So this one that I'm showing you right here is from Blogger. It's one I did for a workshop when I was working with some students on creating these digital interactive pages. And here you can see we just have a page made up of a slideshow that we can enlarge, a video that plays, some photographs and some text, and then some additional components that we've added into this. Nothing interactive here in terms of a infographic, but it gives you an idea of how you can lay out a story on a digital page. And if I click over here to the back end, this is in Blogger. It's a free program that you can get from Google if you have a Google account. And you can see here that I can start adding extra things within the layout. I can add what is called a gadget, and if I go into gadget, it's going to open up another window for me, and within this window there's a whole bunch of things that I can put in that Google provide for me, Blogger provides for me to put in, but I can also over on the left add my own. And if I click on this, I have an opportunity just to write a URL that is provided by another website. A whole bunch of different kinds of interactive infographics that you can embed into your stories. Okay, so I'm going to go through a whole bunch, but here we've got a website that I would like to refer you to. I'm going to put a link on the page. Really, it's got 100 different links within it, and it's really curated very well. It goes through a whole bunch of things that the best blogs and websites to look at, data visualization tools and software, data sources. It's got pretty well everything that you would want when you start to create your first infographics. But I'm going to make things a little bit easier for you because I've gone through all of these, and I'm going to pick out a few things that I think that are very interesting. I'm going to look at mapping, where to get maps, and how to use interactive maps. This is an interactive map that I've done recently for a series for China Daily on walking the Beijing waterways. And here what I was able to do is to create maps of those walks, and then I can create an embed code so this map itself will embed itself into my websites, and it's a series of videos actually about these walks, and in every video I can embed the map that goes along with it so people can follow it. And this is completely interactive. People can zoom in on this and look at the maps in more detail and try and work out where it is exactly that they need to go if they want to follow it. Okay, we're also going to talk about infographics using data. Again, something that is quite important and something that you may find you get a whole bunch of data which is difficult to talk about, particularly if there's a new report that you're reporting on. And these are websites that allow you very quickly to create infographics, some of them moving, some of them static, which takes all that data in and then puts it out and creates something that looks really quite nice. We're going to talk about interactive images as well. This is one example, and this is just again to create a little bit more engagement when we're dealing with a digital page rather than a printed page or static page. We have an opportunity to do much more with our images than we would have done with doing a standard website or standard image. I'm just going to pull up here. This is a Zoomify. This is another one, another type of thing that you can do where you can sort of zoom in and then it will refocus on the place that you're looking at, and you can look at things in detail. So a couple of things we're going to look at in terms of what I'm calling interactive graphics, and then finally I'm going to talk about timelines and creating stories that appear on timelines. And again, these timelines are embeddable. They're things that you can take and then put into your story. So going back to this original post here, this is very simplistic, but you can start embedding all of those things within a page like this using the back end, creating it on other websites, creating an embed code, and then bringing it in and making your stories really lively with all sorts of other information as well as video.